David DeLuz, your broadcast host. I'm here today to bring you part 2 of the message, Leave Those Bags Behind. Please remember to like and share this message on social media with your friends and family. All right, here we go with part 2 of the message, Leave Those Bags Behind.
And if they're not careful, they'll go through life with a bunch of excess baggage. You can have physical baggage. As a result, something may have occurred in your life with your health. You may find yourself living with an amputation. And when those types of things happen, you have to develop some type of coping mechanism. So you lose your right arm, you might have to learn how to write with your left arm. You lose both arms, you might have to learn how to write with your mouth. Put the pencil in your mouth because you learn a coping mechanism. But when God heals you and when God delivers you, why are we still writing with our mouth when now we can write with our hands? You might have environmental baggage. Some people grow up in a household where daddy's cussing mama, mama's cussing daddy, daddy give mama a black eye, mama throwing knives at daddy, a bunch of confusion and a bunch of strife, and they don't know how to have conversations. So they're always yelling at each other and always screaming at each other, and for them, that's normal. And so when God delivers them, because of this environment that they've come up in, and that's all that they know, they've developed coping mechanisms. And so that when God delivers them, they don't understand normalcy. And so they go into their future relationships with their new husband or with their new wife, yelling at them and screaming at them, and not even understanding that there's anything wrong or odd about that. Why is it then when God delivers us from a dysfunctional relationship or from a dysfunctional environment, why is it that we carry that into our future relationships? Something's wrong with that. Amen? When God has set us free, we need to walk in our liberties and walk in our freedoms. I had somebody tell me a few weeks ago, well, I came up in a neighborhood, church is a little different for me, and church is a little odd for me because I came up in a neighborhood where you got to watch your back. You got to be careful. You can't let anybody see a sign of weakness in you. You can't allow anybody to see anything that will cause them to think that you make you a target. Okay, you'll become a target. So you have to develop this hard core. And so now you get saved, and you come into church, and you got this hard core. And don't you look at me wrong. Don't you touch me. What's wrong? And you're ready to throw down in the church. When God has set you free, why are you still walking around with all this baggage? And then there are some people who have church baggage. Look at somebody and say, Selah. Selah. In case you don't know what Selah means, that means just take a minute and let's reflect on this. Let's just stay here for a minute. Sometimes we have church baggage. For some folk, church dysfunction is the norm. All they've known in every church they've been in is church mess. That's some people's reality. They love God. They love serving the Lord. But church life happens to be a mess. Somebody said a hot mess. So for them, it's normal to walk into the doors of a church and half the folk rolling their eyes at you. For them, it's normal for people to look at you funny if you sit in their seat. Now, you a visitor, you don't know whose seat is what. You thought, you just thought it was okay to sit down somewhere and people rolling their eyes and necks at you because you sat, in their seat. But when you've come up in that type of environment, you get used to that. Where the people, you try to find which side are you going to fit in on? Because you got this section over here, you got that section over there, and, where can I fit? Where can I feel welcome? I'm talking about church. You have some folk who doesn't know what it means to have a pastor who's not running every woman in the church. So they come to expect that. Pastors, in their mind, that's what pastors do. They run the women in the church. They cheat on their wives. They mess over the money. That's to them what pastors do. That's church dysfunction. And so when God sends you a pastor who is not running all the women in the church, when God sends you a pastor who is not stealing the money from the church, when God sends you a pastor who's trying to do woke up right before God, you don't know how to treat him because all you know is how to treat the ones who've been messy.
Welcome back. If you like what you've heard so far, please tune in tomorrow for part 3 of our message, Leave Those Bags Behind. Please remember to like and share this message with your friends and family on social media. I'm David Deleuze, and I want you to remember that the sower sows the word, and therefore it is with the same measure you meet that it shall be measured unto you again.